Good morning. Allow me to establish protocol and welcome His Excellency Governor Franz Manderson, the Honorable Minister for Investment, Innovation and Social Development, Mr. Andre Ebanks, Cayman Enterprise City CEO and Director of Enterprise Cayman, Charlie Kirkconnell, judges, participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2023 Cayman Islands Business Design Competition, produced by Enterprise Cayman and sponsored by Cayman Enterprise City. A reminder that we are live streaming today's event. Please be sure to turn your phones on silent and get ready to learn about some exciting new business ideas. We encourage everyone to tag us on social media with @EnterpriseCayman when posting. At this time, I am pleased to welcome Charlie Kirkconnell, CEO at CEC and the Director of Enterprise Cayman, to the stage to say a few words.
So good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. As was said already, I'm Charlie Kirkconnell, CEO of Cayman Enterprise City, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the third annual Enterprise Cayman Business Design Competition Pitch Day. CEC is delighted to be the lead sponsor of this event, with Enterprise Cayman being our nonprofit organization that is focused on workforce and community development initiatives, and increasingly on building a culture of entrepreneurship and innovation. As part of this, we have developed and we continue to develop a platform where innovators can connect, and we offer a welcoming business environment that truly fosters innovation, a place where individuals, local businesses, and global ventures can thrive. In addition to our business design competition, our innovation ecosystem now offers Launch Labs, which is an incubator designed to help projects progress from the validation stage, which is where the projects you see today, that's where they will be at the end of this program, all the way through to investment-ready status. The next cohort for this program begins in late August. It's a 12-week program, and if anybody in this room or on the live stream or anyone anywhere has a validated business idea, we look forward to receiving your application. Related to all of this, we continue to develop our angel investor group, and you'll be hearing more about this as the year progresses. And then, before we begin today's event, I would like to thank our volunteers in broad terms. In broad terms, because there are just too many to mention, this is an immense undertaking, and we could not do it without a lot of help. So you will see the pictures of some of the people, that are involved in the project. And as groups, I'd like to thank our project advisors, our instructors, our judges, special economic zone community members, corporate partners, the Enterprise Cayman and CEC teams that have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to pull off this event. And then to everyone here today and to those on live stream, thank you very, very much for your support. We really do appreciate it. And with that, I will hand it back over to Lloyd. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Now, throughout the month-long competition, our group of finalists have worked tirelessly to develop and validate their brand new business ideas. They took part in a series of intensive workshops. They've met with project advisors and have attended CEC networking events to further grow their support networks. Each competition finalist will receive a business support prize pack valued at over 1,500 CI dollars, which includes access to professional meeting spaces, legal advisory sessions, reduced rate of incorporation, access to CEC networking events, a 90% HubSpot discount, as well as scholarships to attend code and cyber courses, thanks to CEC, Code Fellows, HSM, and HubSpot. Winners of the Innovation Award and the Community Impact Award will receive cash prizes of $2,000 and complimentary marketing support thanks to Avalanche, eShore, and Massive Media. And the winner of this year's business design competition will receive complimentary marketing support thanks to Massive Media, a promotional video valued at 2,000 CI dollars, thanks to Silver Palm Studio, complimentary incorporation of their company thanks to HSM, and a cash prize of over 10,000 US dollars thanks to Cayman Enterprise City. Before we invite our final, I'd like to introduce our panel of judges. Rodney Allison, founder of Synergy Technology. Richard Dyer, co-founder of Massive Media. Woody Foster, managing director of Foster's Food Fair. Joshua Hecht, venture investor at Avalanche SEZC. And Polly Pickering, managing director of eShore. Welcome. I would also like to invite you, our audience here in person and tuning in online, to vote on this year's People's Choice Award. We will be sharing voting details directly following the pitches today. Now, audience members, we have 7 teams pitching today. Each team will have 5 minutes to present their idea, and our lovely panel of judges will have 5 minutes to ask questions. We'd like to ask you to hold off any and all applause until after each individual or team has completed their pitch to the judges. Let's begin. And now, I'd like to introduce our first finalist. Please welcome Lockheed, an integrated lock for your bag and backpack by Nina Ketish.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nina, and my favorite thing in the world to do is to travel. While traveling, either that was Paris, London, New York, people came to me and they were like, be careful, watch your back, put your back in the front. And not only while traveling, but also while you live in the big city, you need to be careful. And while you go through the day, you know that feeling when you want to grab your purse or your wallet and it's not there? So it happened to me in Barcelona that I got pickpocketed. So my phone was stolen from my purse. And after that, I did some research, and I realized I was one out of 400,000 people that got pickpocketed every single day around the world. Not only that, there is 1/3 of travel insurance claims that are filed for lost or stolen property. And also, it's estimated that half of the reports are, half of the incidents are not even reported at all, meaning there is even more. And to be quite honest, the second time my phone was stolen, I also didn't went to the police because I didn't want to lose 3-4 hours there to get the report, to wait there in line and all that. And people also don't want to ruin their vacations with going to the police station, or sometimes they even think that they just lost their phone or wallet. Then I got an idea that there could be a lock that we can be integrated in the bag or backpack. And I wanted to actually buy a bag, but there was none. I mean, there is, but it's with a code, with the numbers like the luggage, which is kind of inconvenient. And I found a lock that works with RFID that is actually for the drawers, but it's quite big and heavy, so I was thinking just to make it smaller and lighter so we could put it in the bags and backpacks. But before making any big decisions, I did a survey to ask people if they would like that, and especially if they were willing to pay more for such a product. And 51% of people said that they would be willing to pay up to 50 euros more for bag or backpack with a lock. 21% said that they would be willing to pay 50 to 100 euros more, and 7% said they would be willing to pay even 150 euros more for such a feature. Some people didn't answer, or some people said no. So the main thing is that the lock would be integrated in your bag or backpack, and it would unlock with a chip. Chip would be either on the ring, bracelet, or as an add-on to the watch. And if you would like to have such a bag or backpack, I'm sure companies would also like to buy Lockheed to put it on their bags, backpacks, school bags, or business bags. So a small, easy opening system would fit in all this, and maybe sometimes, and maybe even luggage companies would love to change their number locks for Lockheed. Thank you.
So is this lock, you're selling it to the luggage companies, or are you selling it to the individual?
I would sell it to the companies, so they would put it on the bags or backpacks, which would have an extra feature and would also increase their values for their products.
So you're selling a design, so it needs to be patented and all of that good stuff?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Can I just ask about the survey that you did for the pricing?
Absolutely.
How did you do it, and how many people did you talk to?
So I did it while I was still at the university. So I sent it to university, and they sent it to other students. I also sent it to my friends. I sent it to people that I met while I was traveling. And it was around 40 to 50 people.
Thank you.
In the drawing that you have there,
Yes.
There's sort of an area for the zipper to lock into.
Yes.
So are you selling both the zipper, a special end, as well as the receiver?
Yes, I would also do that because you cannot buy such a zipper. So we would include that, and also the chip that would be either on the ring, bracelet, or as an add-on to the watch.
As someone who's also been a victim of this, I think it's a great idea. Quick question, do you have any prototypes, or do you have anyone who's any mock-ups that you've done so far, or is this just still in the concept stage?
It's still in the concept stage. So the lock that I bought, which is for the drawers, is like this, and it's quite big. And I mean, for a small bag, it's big and heavy. But I talked to some engineers, and they said we could do it smaller, with smaller batteries, which would also mean it would be lighter. So
It's battery charged?
yes,
Yeah.
it's battery charged, yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Very well done. So you're going to B2B, I suppose, so going to sell to the suppliers of the bags. Would you not consider selling it directly to consumers as well? And selling online direct, where there could be probably more profit margin if you're going to the retail market rather than to the wholesale business market? Is that something you've thought about?
Yes, so actually the first idea was to make backpacks and bags, fanny packs, everything. But I realized that the competition is very big. Nowadays, not only bag companies, but also companies that sell clothes, they're making backpacks. Companies that make shoes, they make backpacks or bags. And I realized that competition is too big, and it would be better to focus on that and then to sell it to companies. Because also luggage companies, they don't design their own locks. They also buy the locks. So that was my point.
Stealing there, Mike. Just, I think it's a good idea. I do like it, and I'm not sure if you've spoken to anybody about the patent process and making sure you protect your idea, because it can vanish in a heartbeat. And I know it is a process, and there are people locally who have gone through this, so you may want to link up with those individuals.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nino. Next to the stage, we have Caymania, a portal providing career logistics by Sherilyn Miller.
If you could have anything you wanted or needed, what would it be? This is a premeditated question that you could ask yourself, but also ask it as if you're asking someone else. And that's exactly what I did. Yesterday morning at 8:20, I walked into a classroom of 50 plus students between the ages of 17 and 19, and I asked them this question, and I said, I want you to think of it as career development, but I also want you to answer me in one word. Then they started asking each other, and I was like, no, don't ask each other. This is about you, because I am here to listen to what you have to say. The answers were a mentor, experience, training, support, stability, motivation. But why do they feel that they don't have these things already? Because there's no clear path. So let me tell you about Caymania. When I entered the workforce at 7, I was just mainly learning from my dad, doing photography, learning a little here and there things. Then I started to do part-times. But what happened when I wanted to go into a full-time job? How many of you here have opened the newspaper and looked for a job and it said, you need 3 to 5 years of experience and a degree? By show of hands, who can tell me that? Okay, now imagine you're 16. Can any of you have 3 to 5 of experience and a degree in that field? It sounds impossible. And in my generation, we're like, we want to take on the world. We want to do this, we want to do that. We're like, no, let's slow down. We should just get a job. And, we're not really sure of where we would like to be. But how many of us are left unemployed? How many of us have to sit around and not know where to turn to? So let's change it. What is the solution? I want to go to the root of the problem. But I want to go a little bit before that as well. I want to go before it even becomes a problem. Because we're going to start from when they're just full of excitement, full of engagement. Because imagination creates innovation. And when they're like that, it's best to harness that energy. Why would I want to start when they're 7? Because this is a generation reset that I'm trying to do. This is a reoccurring problem. For example, just last night, I read the Compass paper, and it read 2.1% of increase in employment Caymanians, but there's 3.9% that are still left unemployed. Why? Because they're stuck in a part-time job. Oh, and get this, their ambitions don't match the job vacancies that are available. So what am I offering? I am offering a meeting place to collaborate with industries and companies and organizations to come together and use the existing resources that are already available, but let's put them all in one place. You see, often we scatter our resources and we're not able to come together. Why would we want to come together? We are social human beings, and we are more effective when we can bounce off of each other. And imagine how that feels for a teenager or a child who's just starting out, and they think this is a great idea. I have a mentor now. I have someone who can listen to my ideas and not tell me that I should go work in immigration. I should go work in the bank. because that's what the parents are telling the kids, and they want the best for them because they're just as ambitious about their passions as they are. But sometimes their interests don't align with the parents' passions and ambitions. So what else can it offer? My other competitors outside, I think they have some amazing services. For example, like Island Petco and substitute teachers. They can use this. How? Because they're going to be able to do post and advisement and content creations. HRs are going to be able to create content where they know exactly what they're looking for in an individual. But it's also going to employ Caymanians. How are they going to do that? Because Caymania can offer admin services, HR, maybe even web development. But what I'm doing today, and why I'm presenting this, I'm also presenting the vision. I'm presenting the dream, that you do not have to work in a bank, you do not have to work in immigration, you do not have to do what your parents say, but you can also explore your vision, you can explore your passion. These companies on the board that I have here are people that I pitched this same idea to in less amount of time, and I got them to tell me, do you think this is something that your company needs to spread awareness? They said yes. Of course they wanted more details and whatever. I was just like, hold on, I'll send you a package tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, today I present to you my vision and I present to you my dream.
I love the vision of what you're doing here. Tell us more about the business model. How do you charge? Whom do you charge?
Okay, so right now I have a technology team who's creating the software. I actually had some images on my phone, but I don't have my phone with me as well. But what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to log on, like let's say the user, they get matched with a mentor, as well as the open job events, and there's going to be skill sets and courses to value that. How do we charge? We're thinking about having government sponsor some of the kids who can't afford it themselves, but then we're also thinking that those who can't afford it, who's like maybe like in their 20s and they already have a job, that they can also pay for the content that these companies are going to be creating. Because I was speaking with the manager for CIAA, and he was telling me that it isn't all about aviation. It's about HR, and it's about having administration skills. There's just so many other fields that no one's knowing about. And the problem with that is because there's no awareness. So they can actually create their own content, and they can use that to upskill. But what's even better is that if they don't know how to create that content, my technology team can do that.
I really like this idea. It's definitely a problem. I can see that, and you've explained the problem really well. And I understand you've even talked to these partners and on board as well. Have you talked to the original students about using this as a solution?
I did. I did talk to the original students, and that's also why I did a follow-up yesterday in the morning, because they didn't know I was coming in there. They didn't know, and I asked the teacher, could you give us a moment, because I want to talk to them face-to-face. And I was like, do you often feel like you're not being heard? What is it you need? Do you need training? What kind of training? And that's why I don't know if I can go back. Let's see. The workshops. So this is not a one-on thing. This isn't something that happens like one time and we forget about it. It's reoccurring because we need to be able to follow up to see whether or not we made an impact, to see whether or not we made a difference. So I did ask them, and sometimes they just need a little bit of hand-holding, and they often don't get that. They probably get it for just one day, and then they're just dropped right there.
Okay. So you actually proposed the solution that there's going to be mentors and things like this, and these are things that they responded positively to.
Mm-hmm. So
Awesome.
I came up with all these solutions, and then I asked them, like, do you agree with me, or is there anything else I could add? And one of them said life skills. And people are like, well, high school adds life skills. Not really. When I came out of high school, I didn't know how to apply for my passport. I didn't know how to do a deposit. All these things that are supposed to, life is supposed to be teaching you, but it doesn't. And so we're also going to add that. That's one of the answers that one of the students gave me.
So I have quite intimate knowledge on this process. Well, not the process, but the problem. So no matter how you do in this competition, I'd like to speak with you afterwards. And it's a beast. And I think what's most important is what you just answered, which is not just a one and done, it's all the follow-up and how do you continue with the process. That's the real hard part. So I applaud you for taking this on, and I would like to meet with you about the beast you're about to get into.
I also forgot to say one more thing. We also want to replicate this in other territories, but it's perfect to start here because I'm here and I know what the environment is like, I know what the market is like, but we hope to replicate this same thing in other countries once it's perfected here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me and for being a good audience and being active with me and raising your hands, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Charlene. Next to the stage, we have Substitute Teachers of Cayman, STOC, a platform for substitute teachers and schools by Sharice McLean, Deirdre Garcia-Daniel, Maggie Ebanks, and Kirkpatrick Clark.
Hello, good morning. Raise your hands if you have kids. Keep your hands raised if you don't want their education to be disrupted. Thank you. You may lower your hands. We are STOC, Substitute Teachers of Cayman. Our purpose is to be instrumental in preventing disruption to students' education by providing exceptional, qualified, and available substitute teachers to cover classes when their regular teacher is away. Stock up on the best substitute teachers in Cayman. Teacher burnout. Being a teacher myself and still currently in the system, I know all too well about teacher burnout. On any given day, I want to come in, I have a planning lesson, I want to spend that time going over my lessons to be able to deliver amazing lesson plans to my students. However, on any given day, there could be 1 to 5 teachers who are out for that day. And instead of actually having to plan, I'm now having to cover for that teacher's class. The knock-on effect, I'm now overworked, I'm now stressed, I'm now overwhelmed, and therefore then I will eventually have to take a sick day. This then creates a disruption in learning for the students. If you're not having that teacher there consistently delivering those amazing lesson plans or given the time to deliver it, it will be a disruption to learning to students, and they will not be able to maximize the true potential with accessing the curriculum. Unemployment, that in itself speaks for itself, so we do know that that is a problem. We do find that there is a lack of flexible jobs available with flexible hours for people to access right now, so we want to provide a solution for that. We did a survey in serving 22 schools, and we got 55 teachers to respond. Out of those 55, 90% of the teachers made comments in regards to the current cover situation that they felt overwhelmed, burnt out, exhausted. 85% of the teachers take at least 1 sick day per month. 10% of teachers require cover daily, like I said, 1 to 5. Running the statistics for last academic year in one of the public high schools, in 1 year, there were over 1,300 teachers requiring cover. On average, that's about 100 per month. So there is a need.
So how do we solve this problem? STOC. STOC is an external agency providing an online database of qualified persons, as Sharice have already mentioned, at the ready. End result, no disruption to student learning, no disruption to the teacher daily plan, no wastage of administrative time in terms of organizing covers internally all day, every day. We have a more efficient system where everyone is focused on preparing and setting up the students for success. Improve quality of life for teachers, no substitutions, equal no teacher burnout. No teacher burnout, we have happy teachers, happy students, happy parents, happy families, happy community. improve educational results, improve academic performance from the students. Hiring, jobs, flexible jobs, new jobs, well-paid jobs, and because of their flexibility are more appealing to the wider community, which is sorely lacking right now in Cayman, that flexible jobs. Stock upon stock.
So how do we know that our solution works? Well, we've done our market research. And what we found was that 85% of the 55 teachers that we surveyed said that they would benefit from this program and that they believed that it would improve the quality of life for existing teachers. 90% of the 22 schools on island that we surveyed said they would use our program and that they believed that it would solve administrative crises and help to ensure that students continue to have access to quality education. And lastly, 80% of the 90 unemployed Caymanians that we interviewed said that they would jump at the opportunity to work with us and train with us because it would give them the flexible, well-paid job opportunities that are so sorely lacking in Cayman currently.
So let's meet Stock. Stock is accessible to participating schools through our website and app. Their schools can log their coverage needs and be paired with able and willing individuals independent of their current teacher pool. Following a request, individuals will be able to accept the request in the app and be required to check in once they've arrived on location. Without a doubt, we feel that the Stock platform can excel and grow in our local schools, community, and expand in other sectors of work. Additionally, there's growth and possible expansion through other Caribbean countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation, and that's very intriguing. So my first question is the training for non-teachers. You know, obviously this is a very serious responsibility, teaching, you know, my kid and the rest of the kids. How are you guys going to address the fact that you're dealing with folks who haven't had the extensive training and certification and degrees that you do?
All right. As it currently exists in Cayman, you need a teacher qualification to teach. Even in the private schools, there's a requirement that you must have a teacher qualification. That is why initially the majority of the persons would be retired teachers who would be coming back in the system, experienced, all right, proven, had successfully delivered education in Cayman over the time. For those persons that we're appealing to, the other persons coming into the system, we'll have to provide training with darkness to light, for example, which every person who is going to be interacting with students in Cayman need to have. And then there are short courses online that would cover the teacher training and make them available. Now, after all of that vetting, obviously background checks, the training for the darkness to light, and the online training, then they will be available for us to work as substitutes. But in the initial stages, it would be majority retired teachers, proven teachers, successful teachers, experienced teachers.
Hi, this is very good, well done. I really like the idea. I really love ideas like this where it's not necessarily creating anything new, it's just like reallocation and efficiency within an existing important system. So I really like that. I think also outside of teaching as an industry, there's lots of other careers, like even tourism and service industry is an automatic one, but I think there's lots of other industries where you could go across with this idea, as well as other islands. Question, sorry, is about how does the service make money? Where's the revenue coming from on this?
Right, so we've discussed a few options. So in terms of the schools, so we'd be looking to charge the government and the private schools an upfront contracting fee to use our services. And we would also be looking to take a percentage of the substitutes, their daily earnings. And we've also discussed possibly a membership fee as well.
That's great. I was going to ask the same question, but I had a follow-up. With this business model, did you ask the schools, you said 90% of them said yes, did they say yes to using the service or paying for the service?
Well, yeah, so obviously with the government schools, that would have to come at a higher up than the people that we spoke to. But we spoke to them about sort of the current cost to the government, just to make sure that we feel like we could provide that service at a cheaper cost. than what the government is currently doing now. Okay. So we do have those figures. And with the private schools, yeah, we spoke to them as well, and they said they would pay for the service.
Oh, that's
because
great.
we could make it more efficient than it currently is at the moment.
Well done. Really like it.
Yeah, thank you.
So if I read correctly in the write-up prior to your delivery, I think you said there was 240 or 50 available on the island, but government is using a very small number, about 40 or 50. Is there a reason for that gap, and why do you think you can close that gap and have an access to these plethora of teachers that government or private schools aren't?
Currently, what the government, what we do in schools is that we cover those classes internally. So in terms of the number of substitute teachers or supply teachers that the government uses, they wouldn't need that many because internally the schools go through the headache of preparing the subs, calling on Ms. McLean, calling on myself, calling on other persons to fill the breach when others are absent. So it is being done. It is getting done, but it's being done at a cost. And that cost is people, because there's a knock-on effect to the teachers in terms of their burnout. There's a knock-on effect in terms of the students, in terms of breakage in their education, but there's also going to be, although it may seem intangible right now, down the road, there's a knock-on effect in terms of the government then having to provide social services for persons who have not been able to access and fully benefit from the education system as it exists. So, in terms of the number of persons that the government currently uses and accessing that 240, because we do it internally right now, they don't have to access all 240, but it's at a cost. And our intention would be to show that we can create a better system.
Thank you, Team Stock. Thank you, Team Stock. Next to the stage, we have Sintelligence AI, artificial intelligence tools helping to streamline businesses by Kevin Ramirez.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished judges, my name is Kevin Ramirez, and my journey began when my plans to become a scientist were disrupted by the pandemic. Fast forward, I quickly pivoted to programming, and I eventually landed a job as a manager for a small company here in Cayman. This inspired, and with the company, we're currently facing hiring challenges. So this inspired the creation of Sintelligence, a hiring platform that streamlines your hiring process with a smarter way to write job ads and screen resumes, aiming to help businesses achieve more, hire top talent more efficiently. In today's competitive job market, finding the right candidate for a job can be a daunting task. We have identified a problem in the hiring process. The amount of time it takes to review resumes, and the daunting task of creating detailed and effective job ads. Our survey data revealed that 69% of HR professionals spend hours reviewing resumes, with some even taking days to weeks. This highlights the need for a tool that can simplify and improve this process. Some even acknowledge, and I'm sure some of you who work in the HR field can agree, that creating detailed and effective job ads that can attract top talent can be a challenging and time-consuming task. Further emphasizing that the need for something more efficient and streamlined is needed. Our survey results confirm that this is indeed a problem that needs solving. Our solution is a comprehensive hiring platform that uses AI-powered tools to streamline the writing of job ads and screening of resumes. Our survey data validates this problem, this solution, and that there is a significant potential market for a product like this. We asked our respondents if they would be willing to use a tool like this, and 84% expressed interest or even considered the possibility of using a recruitment tool. We asked our respondents if they have ever used a tool like this before, and 75% have confirmed that they haven't. This is a clear opportunity for a product to fill a gap in this market and provide a more efficient and streamlined approach to hiring. Our product aims to solve the problem by providing a user-friendly interface for writing effective job ads and screening resumes. Our job ad writing tool provides a user-friendly interface to create compelling job ads that attract top talent and with the power of AI. Our resume screening tool uses AI to match uploaded resumes to job descriptions, evaluating factors like experience, education, skills, and so on. It also discards any incomplete applications and generates screening questions based on the job description. Resumes are scored and ranked on our platform where employers can easily select the best fit candidates for the job. So let's have a look at the competitive landscape. Even though there are other competitors in the market like ZipRecruiter, Glassnode, LinkedIn, and so on, we believe that Sintelligence sets itself aside by specifically targeting small to mid-sized businesses and also focusing on providing AI-powered tools. Our pricing would also make it a very attractive option for these businesses. Here's a look at one of our tools. With our platform, users can simply input data about a job opening, such as title, salary, experience and skills, and so on. Our AI will then generate a tailored job ad that is designed to attract the best candidates. An included feature is allowing users to post their newly generated job ads across popular recruitment platforms. Thank you.
So I'm definitely in the 69% who would need something like this. Obviously, being in Cayman, we would have different functions than what you're looking at here with immigration and Caymania and all of those types of things. And I'm in the entry-level field as opposed to the financial services and the higher end. Is this tailorable to our needs, and how easy is that process, and how does that work?
Definitely. Our products are definitely tailored to all sectors, and we have a pretty huge total addressable market. So I believe that we can very much tailor our products to Cayman's needs as well.
A friend recently told me that he started using ChatGPT AI to write employee reviews, which I thought was a funny application of them. But my question is, do you plan on developing the AI yourself or linking to existing systems?
Well, initially, the plan is to use either OpenAI's, or we're still in that research phase, trying to figure out what are the best open source AI options that we could use to sort of power our platform. And then as the company scales over time, then we can slowly move on to transitioning into creating our own data sets and even possibly creating our own AI models.
So the same question, how do you expect to, well, two questions. One, how do you expect to make revenue on this? And two, your go-to-market strategy. Are you looking at direct subscription both at the business-to-business level or at a retail level?
Well, we plan to provide an option for individuals, employers, sole traders at different whatever level they're at. Maybe they're just starting out, or maybe they're a more established business. Initially, we plan to launch this product as a free option, where users can actually log in and use our software, and based on its success, then we can possibly think about moving towards a more pricing model. And we will have pricing plans for depending on, the individual's needs. So they'll be able to choose what plans they would like to go with.
I think you should look at some recruitment firms and B2B.
Yes.
I hope this isn't a silly question. In terms of where this integrates with, so when I'm creating this job advert and I'm putting it out to market, does this go onto my own website? Is this going to be pushing jobs out to LinkedIn and to Indeed? Or where does the generated job ads, where do they live? Where's the interface?
Well, on the platform, as you use the job ad tool, all of your generations will get saved on platform, where you can access it anytime. So you can actually view all your history of all the job ads that you generated. And from the platform, you can very easily post those job ads with a click of a button on multiple platforms like ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and LinkedIn.
Cool. So like APIs into like
Yes.
LinkedIn and to Indeed. Cool.
Alrighty. Guess that's it. Thank you so much for having me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin. Next to the stage, we have a quick Quip. Pre-written replies helping to streamline communications by Aaron Santamaria.
Hello. My name is Aaron, and my business is Quip. A little bit about myself. I am Caymanian, born and raised here, and I currently work for a tech company called Brave Software. So Quip is the solution to some of the issues I was having when I was working in the customer support industry. So the number one problem of a customer support agent is answering the same questions over and over. This leads to a ton of wasted time and unnecessary stress on the agents. There are some existing tools that can help kind of mitigate this problem called canned responses. Agents use customer management platforms such as Zendesk that have these canned responses built in. But the use of these platforms introduces new problems. If you use another platform like Discourse, your responses from Zendesk do not sync with Discourse. Companies also use social media as a way to communicate with customers, but by default, these channels do not have any support tools. So in thinking about this problem, I reached out to some customer support agents. 100% of agents have the same problem of typing responses over and over. So much so that 77% of agents says this happens to them very often. On average, agents are using 3 channels to communicate with customers. 75% of agents are using at least 1 channel with no support tools. If you look at agents using customer management platforms, almost 70% of agents are having the problem of copying their responses from one platform into another. So if you think about this problem, we know we need a way for agents to store and reuse their common replies. That's the canned response tool. But we need this canned response tool to do more. We need it to sync across the different management platforms agents use, sync across different social media channels. We also need it to be flexible to work on different channels that might open up in the future, right? Canned responses is just one tool we can offer agents. We also have to think about other tools like collaborating with coworkers, suggested replies, analytics, and possibly AI. So thinking about this problem or these features, I did another survey and I found that 100% of agents want to see a cross-platform canned response tool. So much so that it was voted the most important feature. The second most important feature to agents is Teams, syncing responses with their coworkers. If we look at canned responses as a tool by itself, majority of agents are willing to pay $10 to $20 a month. If we start packaging other features on top like Teams, majority of agents are willing to pay over $30 a month. It's difficult for a support team to swap out their current software and use something new. So with that in mind, I asked agents where this product would stand with their current support tools. 100% of agents said that they would use this app on top of their current support stack. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to Quip. Quip is a browser extension that brings support tools to all of your channels. Because it is a browser extension, it works on any platform you use, any channel you use. It's cross-operating system, it works across different browsers. It's easy to migrate to because we support CSV file imports, quick to use because we have keyboard shortcuts. Quip will be launched in 5 phases. Phase 1 being the CAN response tool, phase 2 being Teams, so you can respond with coworkers, as well as the start of a premium subscription. Phase 3 would be suggested replies, where we can look at a customer's question and suggest the best reply to use. Phase 4 would be the trend finder. We can look at an agent's answers and proactively save them as responses for the future. Phase 5 would introduce the reply generator. Using AI, something like ChatGPT, we can generate responses to new unseen tickets from customers. These screenshots here are not just for show. This is actually phase 1 of Quip, which is done and currently under review by Google. I also have a website, quip.co, where I will be posting updates about when the app actually goes live. Thank you.
Well done, very good. This is exciting. I do love integration to browser extensions, much easier to use on all the various programs we use. I suppose, I want to know where the company is now. What do you need money for development for? Like, is this just to decrease the time between phases, or where's the company at right now?
Well, phase 1 is done. That product is completed. So the next step is actually building out like a database system to sync responses with coworkers. So we would use money towards developing, hire full-time devs, stuff like that, and setting up the subscription plan. Okay, no questions. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Aaron. Next to the stage, we have Island Petco. Locally made, sustainable, fresh pet products by Steve Toms.
Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. My name is Steve Toms. I'm here to present Island Petco, a company looking to provide the best nutritious pet products made locally, saving consumers time and money. A little bit about myself. I am a seasoned meat industry professional with over 15 years experience at one of Canada's largest grocers. I'm a professor of meat science for Fanshawe College. I am also an award-winning master butcher and the current head of operations at the largest meat manufacturing facility in the Cayman Islands. I want to tell you about customers that come to me every single week to buy products for their pets. One of the customers is sitting in the audience with the beautiful Boozy. This customer comes to me every single week to buy raw materials to feed her, and it leads me to ask the question, why? When it comes down to availability, what he's looking for on island is not here. What is available on island is expensive due to the cost of import, refrigeration, costs that I deal with every day in my business. The variety that is here is inconsistent also. As a meat industry professional, I know that food industry waste is very high. Through my business, what we see at the supermarkets, I've went and toured local abattoirs like the Government of Agriculture facility, and I can see that thousands of pounds are reaching our landfills and not being utilized. So how do we solve both these problems? I met with the top vet of the Cayman Islands. I met with my mentor, Mobile Vet Company, and I discussed what are the issues with pet food and its lack of availability. And I also asked them what's important in raw diets and the benefits. And they told me the benefits are improved quality of life, reduced cost of pet ownership, through reduction of chronic illnesses, addressing allergies. I went to an industry-proven pet company in Canada 2 weeks ago, one of the fastest growing, that produces over 300,000 pounds of pet products per week. I looked at their process and how we can apply it to Cayman easily with technology that's already available here. I made a convenient packaging that can do portion control delivery of the product, and I also know how to leverage local sources to produce the products here on island. I'm a distribution professional. I know how to reach all the market channels here, such as supermarkets, pet stores, convenience stores. Also have a plan to reach alternate distribution channels through bento pets and subscription models. We look to give back to the community. We want to partner with the local Cayman Humane Society through packages for new foster parents. This is getting product into the hands of pet owners with a high chance of conversion rate and opportunity for word-of-mouth marketing. Our meals here are quarter-pound packages made for ease and convenience, where you can take out the product and thaw for your pets. These bones are safe, nutrient-dense, and very high margin. We're backed by veterinarians. This is crafted by artisan butchers. Local, sustainable, eco-friendly, offering real value to pet owners. This model is scalable into different varieties. I'm showing you one today, but it could be multiple different varieties, and we can address different species. That pet meal right there costs $2.39 to make based on US imported products. If I were to leverage product available in the Cayman Islands, I can produce that at a significantly cheaper price. We did the market comparisons of what's available on market, and we can hit the street at $4.99, which is cheaper than anything available on market, with a premium product that's fresh and free of additives and preservatives at 52% margin. Our bones can hit 80 and 90% respectively. There are over 15,000 cats and dogs in the Cayman Islands. Of that, 4,000 pounds of pet food is consumed every day. In the fresh segment and treats, there's 800 pounds consumed. This leaves us an addressable market of $2 million per year at a median price of $6.99. If Island Petco can hit 5 to 30% market share, we can achieve $100,000 to $600,000 in sales year one. Note, there's no direct competition in this space in the Cayman Islands, so I think 30% market share is achievable, if not greater. This model and our logistics challenges of the Cayman Islands is not unique. There are other islands in the Caribbean that have the same logistics problems as far as import, duties, transportation. Once we establish this model in the Cayman Islands, we can bring this to other Caribbean countries and grow the model there to produce locally. For example, Aruba and other islands across the Caribbean. Island Petco is a viable business here for the Cayman Islands and has a clear path forward to be a profitable multi-million-dollar company. We will be producing the best quality pet foods, cheaper than anything available on island. We will be utilizing products that is destined for landfills and producing a premium product that you can't get in Cayman. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your samples. I think you've made us hungry for lunch now, and thank you for the props. Very cute.
As you can see, Boozy's eyeing it already.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm sitting over here.
I think she's getting hungry too.
So, question on your go-to-market strategy and distribution, and my head's already going into like, will this tie in with the, moped delivery drivers? I can just call up and get the pet food. But are you looking at going into the stores? Are you looking at doing this retail, selling online? How are you going to get this distribution out?
We're looking to produce the products in Cayman and leave it to the professionals in distribution. We want to get the product to market, let the supermarkets, pet stores, convenience stores sell the product, also make it available through delivery options on the mopeds, through Bento Pets, which is now delivering pet food, and even offer a subscription model where you can have it delivered to your house every single week.
Hi. on the price there, the $6.99, I understand this is just a projection and things like this. How does it compare to the alternative competitors? You said it's cheaper. And second of all, I assume that the retailer's got to purchase it less than that. Have you asked them if they would purchase it at your wholesale price? Have you validated that, the $6.99?
Have I validated the price?
Yeah.
Oh, the $6.99 is based on market, what's available in the market in the premium fresh segment. These prices are what's already on shelf. I've compiled them and compared it. We can hit the street at $4.99 below anything that's available in Cayman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Following on from Polly's making us hungry, I think you need to be careful with the labeling, because we did have pet ice cream at one point in time, and customers were buying it for themselves and eating it and then getting pissed at us for selling them dog ice cream. So we'll need to take that into account and maybe replace the palm tree with a dog. And then look at where we place it, because that is something we'll have to be careful of. Have you gone to DEH to make sure that they've signed off on, because we're dealing with this stuff, that's not an issue?
I have not. My research into that, as far as like legislation or rules around it, I just found CPG rules, which is proper labeling. So label it for dogs, make sure that that is clearly on the label that it's not for human consumption. But I also want to mention that I'm making this with human-grade products. Everything available, obviously, it's geared towards pets, but everything I'm using is human-grade. So
I think there is a market, and we'll certainly chat with you about it.
Excellent. Thank you. So through Island Petco, let's bring the quality of life that we expect for ourselves, for our pets. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Next to the stage, and our final presenter of the day is It Cayman, a one-stop shop delivery app by Melissa Bent and Sherilyn Belnavis.
Hello, everyone. I am Melissa Bent, and with me today is my lovely business partner,
Sherilyn Belnavis.
And we're excited to pitch to you
It Cayman,
our one-stop shop delivery solutions company, here to increase your personal and business productivity. Picture this. It's Monday morning in the beautiful Cayman Islands. You're up, you get ready, happy to see the kids ready, you kiss your spouse, off you go. Apart from a few little stops at the school zones, it took you a mere 20 minutes from Newlands to Georgetown. Wow, no hassle. You wave goodbye to the kids, look at your watch, see that you have time to grab that important package, and still get to work in time for your first coffee. Life is good. Then the alarm clock went off. It was only a dream. Yes, it is Monday, but you have to rush to get ready, rush to get the kids ready, kiss the spouse, jump in your car, head in line to face a long line of traffic to Georgetown. What would take you 20 minutes on a Sunday took you 1 hour and a half just to get in Georgetown. And then the long pauses at the school zones. Finally, wave goodbye to the kids. Look at your watch. You still need that package, but it means you're going to be late again for work. Anyhow, you went in for the package. Your heart sank even further because inside a long line awaits you. Does any of this sound familiar? We can relate. I could create several scenarios like this in which businesses, residents, and even visitors have the challenge to deal with the heavy traffic, particularly in Georgetown, the long lines, the limited or no parking when you get there, increased emissions. As a matter of fact, we actually did a survey, a short one, of 100 individuals and 6 small businesses on island. And there was a common thread in their responses, and that was the mounting frustrations having to deal with the traffic, as I mentioned. They have also mentioned about an increase in their petrol bill and an increase in the wear and tear of their vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, what we see here is what we label a real mess. But we have a solution, a simple one at that.
Grab it. Yes, indeed we do. Imagine this. No long lines, no extended wait periods, reduction in your vehicle wear and tear, and a reduction in your petrol bill. You may ask, how will Grab It ensure that this is possible? This is an app. It's a mobile and desktop application that offers convenience, a hassle-free experience, a cost-effective where you are able to save because you'll be eligible for discounts as well as enrollment in loyalty programs. You'll be able to track your packages from pickup to delivery. How is it that we are also keeping it in the local community? So we are offering benefits to businesses and individuals, the environment, the wider Cayman community, and also in the job creation process for our residents. With that being said, we move to the product.
Grab it. And that's where the magic lies, in the actual app. And we've created a prototype for this app. So this last slide actually shows you screenshots of what persons will be when customers go on our website or use our app. The first screen will be the login page. That's where they log in or sign up to be a customer. Then it takes them to the page where they provide all their details for the delivery, destination, size of package, everything. That's provided there. Then it flows to the payment page where they choose a method of payment, and voila, the final screen, they're able to track the package from start to finish in real time using Google Docs. And don't you love to see the smile of your service agent at the end? Yes. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, Grab It is revolutionary, the first of its kind in Cayman Islands. With all 7 benefits that we have provided for you, the convenience, the trackable nature of it, the fact that it saves you money in your pocket, customizable delivery solutions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you set up a membership account, or you pay as you go, or how does the financial modeling work?
Awesome. So there are different levels. Persons can pay as they go, because sometimes just a one-time package, or here or there that you may have a package, as well as for persons or customers who are regular customers, for example, the small businesses, then we do set up sort of like a subscription where we have scheduled time that they like these recurring deliveries to take place, and so we know and we get our delivery team to go out and get those done.
One of the frustrations with dealing with some of these sometimes is dealing with duty and all of that type of thing. Will you handle that up front and the customer pay you back, or do they have, how does that work?
Well, the duties part is where we were thinking in the second leg after, because predominantly we're going to start with just being, pick up and drop off. But to the duty part is where now we're going to act as a custom broker, so to speak. And yes, we will set that up in place so that we can go ahead, collect all the payment from the end of the customer, paid, and then pick up the package for the customer so the customer does not have to leave his or her place.
I think you should get with the pet food guy because he's going to need some delivery.
I agree.
So that was going to be my point. If you considered, other than just retail, going to the market, if you considered doing some business-to-business subscriptions, getting with businesses that need to get rid of their traffic problems.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
That's a big thing, because even the businesses that we actually did a survey for, none of them had a dedicated employee to do deliveries. That means they're going out on their own, using their own vehicles. So we're providing small businesses predominantly, because the bigger ones probably have their delivery company. And so we're targeting our small business to have the ability to get their packages or picks up, drop off for them. Another quick thing I just want to mention, we also want to look at our visitors, because sometimes visitors come on island and they struggle where to go. You pick up the phone, no one answers the phone. And so we're saying to even our visitors, hey, you can get on the app and get your items picked up or drop off, and you still get to enjoy your vacation.
Hi, well done. Yeah, really well done. You guys also look great. Love the merch. I think you could see this again working across lots of different kind of industries. You could even see like transport and taxi drivers like having a big application. So I think that's great. In terms of the actual operators, so the people who would be doing the delivering or the working side of the app, would you be buying a fleet? Would this be people using their own vehicles, or how does that end of the business work?
Great.
Well, we would like to include our local community. So we are looking at college students who will have some flexibility in time in order for, and we'll be setting those schedules so that everybody wins at the end.
Right, and pretty much anyone that looking for a sort of short-term quick gig, you know, Uber type, you jump in, use your vehicle. For now, they'll come with their vehicles, and then eventually as we expand, we will get our own fleet. Any other questions?
I have one. It's not.
Yes,
It's just a curious thing. How big a package are we thinking? Can I get a piano delivered?
So initially, we're going to have a size cutoff because persons are using their vehicles and predominant cars. But as we expand, then we will have the capability to go for bigger packages over, say, 100 pounds or so. But initially, it will have a finite in terms of size to be able to deliver it for them or pick it up. That's it. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Team Grab It. And also a special thank you to all the teams for their impressive pitches. Let's give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we can all agree that the judges will have a tough time deliberating who the winners will be. In addition to their pitches, each team has actually sent in a submission pack to the judges to review in advance of scoring. So winners of the Innovation Award, the Community Impact Award, and the Project of the Year will be announced on the Enterprise Cayman social media channels on Monday. So good luck to all of the participants. Now, it is time for you, the audience and viewers alike, to have your say and vote on the People's Choice Award. Use this QR code to access the voting poll. Our live stream viewers will have received a link to vote via email. And once you've opened the poll, select who you think has the best business idea. While you're voting on the People's Choice Award, I'd like to invite CEO Charlie Kirkconnell, who will come forward in order to assist with the presentation of the certificates to our finalists for completing the 2023 Cayman Islands Business Design Competition. Congratulations, Nina Katish, for her project, Lockheed. Congratulations, Sherlyn Miller, for her project, Caymania. Congratulations, Sharice McLean, Deirdre Garcia Daniel, Maggie Ebanks, and Kirkpatrick Clark for their project, Substitute Teachers of Cayman. Stock. Congratulations, Kevin Ramirez, for his project, Sintelligence AI. Congratulations, Aaron Santamaria, for his project, Quip. Congratulations, Steve Toms, for his project, Island Petco. And congratulations, Melissa Bent and Sherilyn Belnavis, for their project, It Cayman. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all of our 2023 competitors. Now, as we close the poll for the People's Choice Award, we would like to take the opportunity to capture this moment with a group photo involving Mr. Charlie Kekernel and Minister Ebanks, who will kindly join us on the stage for the photo and as we get ready to announce the People's Choice Award. And we'll also invite our acting governor, Honorable Franz Manderson, who will be part of our group photo. All right, so thank you very much, competitors. You may go ahead and take your seats backstage. Thank you. And at this time, we would like to invite Minister Ebanks, who will share a few words before we announce the recipient of the People's Choice Award.
Good day, folks. Good day. I'm not going to take very long because I want to find out who won the People's Choice Award. But I just want to say that this is an absolutely fantastic event. I came last year, but I didn't have an opportunity to stay. But I must say the judges asked some really insightful questions. So I'd like to invite a round of applause for the judges. I heard this was like Shark Tank, and I was wondering who'd get the Mark Cuban Award. But I think that goes to the timekeeper. I think the timekeeper gets the Mark Cuban Award. So before the timekeeper shuts me down, I just want to say I've been invited by the Chamber of Commerce at the end of April to do a speech on innovation. And rather than me drone on, I was wondering if I could get Charlie's permission to showcase some of these businesses, because I think they have defined for us here today the definition of innovation. If I look around, I think, acting governor, when you return to DG, you should probably talk to Quip with the amount of emails you get. I think the Minister for Agriculture should be talking to Island Petco. I plan to talk to Stock and Grab It, because as we turn on our Financial Assistance Act and we ask those who are able to do something of value in exchange for their benefit, they can maybe train to be substitute teachers. They maybe be able to be drivers for Grab It. So I think there's a lot the government can do. I hope that isn't prejudice to judges. But I think there's a lot the government can do with a lot of the businesses that we've seen here. So I just want to give them all a round of applause. It is not easy to present your ideas in front of an audience, particularly if you're live streamed. They were very brave, and God bless them all. Thank you all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it is that time for the People's Choice Award announcement. Are you ready to hear who is the recipient of the People's Choice Award? Are you ready to hear who is the recipient of the People's Choice Award? So we'll invite Mr. Charlie Kirkconnell to the stage, who will make the presentation. Mr. Ebanks will make the announcement of the recipient of the People's Choice Award.
Dun, dun, dun. And the winner is, I hope this was before I spoke, Stock.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us today for the 2023 Cayman Islands Business Design Competition. At this time, I'd like to say a special congratulations to all of the competitors today, and also a huge congratulations to Stock for receiving the People's Choice Award. I'd also like to recognize Alyssa Manderson, Enterprise Cayman's Program and Events Coordinator, who has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to produce this year's competition. Be sure to follow at Enterprise Cayman on social media, where we'll be announcing the competition winners on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely afternoon, and thank you so much for being part of our audience, whether in person or online. Have a good one.